Hello, I'm Kelly Bennett, and this is Backstage 360. We are at the 2025 NAMM convention here in Anaheim, and the beautiful JBL AKG booth, Media Center, and look who came by, Kendra, Erika. My goodness, Kendra, Erika, you have been amazing this past year. We'll go into all the crazy stuff, but I want to ask you, you're up to 2 million in your YouTube video for your new single, Body Language.
Yes, Body Language has now amassed to over 2 million views, and it's climbing every day.
Since September, right?
September, yeah. Yeah, I know.
Amazing. Now, explain a little bit about your music and Body Language.
So my background in dance music and with that genre is that I've had 5 top 10 hits on the Billboard Dance Chart ever since 2016, 2017, and I went to #1 with a remake of Lord Branigan's Self-Control, and that was a huge milestone for me and my career. And ever since then, I've just been pumping out not just dance music, but also jazz as well, some pop, some duets and collaborations, and they've all been doing equally and or even higher, like much better. So let's bob and weave.
But Body
Language has been doing amazingly well, and
it's all about your body and what people mistake you for, or they don't, or they do.
Well, and Body Language is the most underrated form of communication in today's world. So some person may be saying something to you verbally, but they mean something else non-verbally, or they could be meaning something the same non-verbally, and also just like a more one-dimensional definition is when you're doing body language, you're dancing on the dance floor. So that's just more like the on-the-nose generic definition. But to take it deeper, it's all about communication and looking out for those signals and those nuances.
And what's really cool about the music is that it's got such a great beat that you could do your running program with it. You could work out at the gym with it, or you can get on the dance floor.
Yeah, and it's multi-purposeful.
And the video, 2 million, holy mackerel. And the way that you presented yourself, more like the Poison, what's that character?
Poison Ivy.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted to invoke that in the.
You sure did.
Well, thank you. That was the goal.
Oh, you did. I mean, you all have to see this video. It's amazing. Go to YouTube, look up Kendra, Erika, Body Language, and you'll see it. Woo! Amazing.
Yeah, just keep letting it climb. So that's up to you out there.
So, you have a lot of things that are on the horizon, but I want to touch really quickly on how you got to where you are, because you've got one of the greatest stories about how you became Kendra, Erika, and the singing behind it. When you were little, you loved to perform in front of your parents, like most parents have their kids, like, have fun. But what happened next when you said you wanted to be a singer?
Well, I was tone deaf, and I had the confidence, but I didn't have the skill set or the tools in order to do what I wanted to do. So my parents had enough of me performing and singing atonal, and they paired me, or they introduced me to a professional German opera coach that was baked into the community theater I was a part of at the time, and he really laid a foundation for me to build upon. And I have to say, I'm not naturally gifted at singing, but I definitely am gifted with the work ethic and the perseverance to forge onward and to spiritually push forward.
Right. So those of you who don't think that you can, because I've seen this woman grow as a person and as a singer amazingly at the top of her game. But when I look back at the little girl back then who could have easily given up and said, okay, I'm not going to do this.
Yeah, but my spirit was like, no, thank you.
I know. But if you didn't have that,
I would have thrown in not the towel, but my blankie.
thrown in the blankie, exactly. Yeah. So what is next for Kendra, Erika? I know you've got some songs that you've released, and I think there's something coming up at the end of the month.
Yes. Actually, next week on the 29th is the Chinese New Year, and thanks to you.
Well, somebody in this room.
I did an address to the Chinese people for their equivalent of Ryan Seacrest or Dick Clark Station, and it's a Happy New Year address for their Chinese New Year that is coming up. So, and with that in tandem, they're going to play the body language video. So, and China is a huge country and a huge market, and
right.
it's so, I feel blessed to be permeated through that.
Oh, 4 billion people, I think.
Yeah, 4 billion, yeah.
Just a little, 4 billion and some change.
4 billion, but, it's 4 billion.
But they're going to be able to see her music, and she gives them a really nice Happy Chinese New Year message. And I know you said something in, was it Mandarin or Chinese?
It was in Cantonese.
Cantonese.
Yeah, it's Sun Ling Fai Loh, which is Happy New Year in Cantonese. Yeah. So, nice way to talk to them. Wonderful. Yeah. What's coming up as far as song-wise? Song-wise, I have a lot in the vault, and it's all a matter of strategy and when we're going to release it, because I have so many projects that I want to release this year. It's just it all comes down to the stratagem and how we place them and let everything breathe and do its thing.
Exactly.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
And obviously, we want to know where people can find your music.
Yes, you can find me on Instagram at Kendra Erika, also on Facebook at Kendra Erika Music, also on Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music, on X, and also TikTok because that's still good. And just Google me and you'll find what you're looking for.
Yeah, Kendra with a K and Erika with a K.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. It was so lovely to see you.
Yeah.
So excited for your success.
Oh, well, thank you, and I'm really happy to be here.
Yay. Yeah. All right. Thank you for watching. That's it here. We've got more interviews coming up, so stay tuned. Hi, I'm Kelly Bennett with Backstage 360. Thank you so much for watching. We have been doing interviews here at NAMM 2025 all day. Ran into this guy and we got to hear him, really. This is Chris McGrew from Hyde Street Studios in San Francisco. You came all the way down here for NAMM. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
This is so exciting. We've been just talking, and the way you got into the music industry was pretty crazy because your dad was a drummer, correct? And after college, you were like, okay, I'm going to be a drummer.
Wait, I was lucky enough to get to study in school with a bass player named Herbie Lewis, who he played with Lee Morgan and a lot of other jazz stars, Bobby Hutcherson and stuff. So by playing with him for 2 years, after growing up as a hobbyist musician, really, prior to the end of school, I just started to realize, I could do this.
Right.
And that's, I think, the magic of really great music educators, is that they instill in you the feeling that maybe you could do it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You never know.
And here I am.
And here he is. Oh my gosh. And so you are one of the partners now for Hyde Street Studios in San Francisco. And some people call it the Abbey Road of San Francisco or the Abbey Road of the United States.
I mean, it's been around that long. It's been a studio since Walley Hyde built it in 1969.
Yeah.
And a lot of hit records have been made there. Volunteers, Deja Vu, Surfing with the Alien, Abraxas, American Beauty. It goes on. Really, 3 Dead Kennedys records, the 3 Creedence records with all the hits, all done in my room. Yeah, so I'm blessed to be part of it, and it's still going today largely because the current owner, Michael Ward, has maintained a co-op model, and he's able to reduce the risk of running a multi-studio facility like that. So we get the benefit of having a community of producers and musicians running around the hall, just like back in the old days.
Right.
And much of the same freewheeling energy and vibe is preserved. And it's amazing. We're still making records.
Wow, still making records. Look at that. And you're also in a band.
I'm in a band called Seal Party, and we just released our second album on December 17th. And you can check it out on your favorite streaming outlet. It's Seal like the animal and Party like the fun.
So, do you have as much fun as a seal?
We do. We're always having fun. Well, the lead singer is named Kevin Seal.
Okay.
So, and the reason we called it Seal Party is because we're trying to remind ourselves that it's not really about our music. It's about including people in something. That's why you go to the show, right? You want to be with your friends.
Right.
So we're just trying to bring people together with our music and get out of this virtual space and remind people that there's a reason to come out and go to a show.
Okay. I'm assuming you play drums.
I'm a drummer,
okay. Just because your dad.
My dad, that's how I got into this mess.
So
Thanks, Dad.
So being a drum tech, you were asked to be a studio drum tech.
Yeah, I was doing some tracking in Studio A, and with a band led by Pamela Parker, who's one of the in-house engineers and producers there. And the partners who run Studio C at the time heard me playing, and they heard the drum sounds, and they were like, excuse me, like, we need a partner. Were you interested? And I had never run a studio, but I'd done some producing and a fair amount of engineering, and I just took a leap of faith, and now I'm busy. I just finished producing the new Headhunters record and mixing it, and just finished. I'm in the middle of producing the next Fishbone record. Yeah, it's getting mixed by Cameron Webb right now. We recorded it over the course of the last year.
Wow.
So both of them done as part of a documentary being made about the studio.
Okay, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah. So look for, it's called When the Sound Hits the Walls, and there's a website up called whenthesoundhits.com you can check out.
Okay.
Some trailers and early stuff.
Whenthesoundhits.com.
Yep, whenthesoundhits.com.
Okay.
And it's going to be a multi-part series covering the whole 50 years history of the studio.
And all the people that played there?
Yeah, and we're going to go deep about production, mics used, preamps used, because so much home studio work is being done now that there's just a newfound interest in how it gets done in the studio. And so we're going to share some of that.
So I want to talk about what you're doing with musicians. We were talking about being like what a label might do, but with the video and all that stuff.
Right. Well, now the role of the labels is changing.
Right.
They're buying up catalogs, and they're kind of moving away from artist development and going into more of a almost like a label services model, where they're going to be selling you marketing and that kind of thing. But there's really no structure in place for the developing artist to learn the craft the way that you would have done in the old days. And so we're stepping into that space, and we're going to be doing artist development projects with artists that we can help, and basing it on a video financing model.
Okay.
So we're trying to pay for the production of the records with the budget for the videos that we're shooting, and we give them the masters, and then they license back the use of the videos to us so we can monetize and recoup the investment.
And so going with your studio, if a musician was interested in having their songs being recorded in your studio, kind of would give them the more bang for your buck of getting the record out there that a label would do, right?
And this is why we partnered up with Alert the Globe, because we're looking forward to having an easier way to capture the happenings in the studio with their camera and streaming service, and at the same time giving artists yet another way to include their fans in the process. And so I'm really excited about getting a Morgan in the studio, and in fact tomorrow we're going to be live streaming a session from the studio, and we're going to be watching it over at I forgot what booth it is, but we're going to be watching it here. So
here at NAMM?
Yeah, at NAMM.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, we're going to be showing that thing. So tomorrow on Alert the Globe, you're going to be able to see something from the studio about midday.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I'm really excited about Alert the Globe, and with Ron and I are we're just already in alignment, even though we met recently. So I can't wait to see what happens with our two teams putting their efforts together.
This is so iconic. I'm going to remember this moment in time.
I hope so.
With you.
Me too.
You know, I want to remember this forever, because this is where the magic happens.
You know, I mean, magic comes from people paying attention to what needs to happen.
Yeah.
It's not really magic. It's attention.
Synergy.
It's synergy, yeah. We have to work together.
There you go.
And we have to do it for ourselves. You know, nobody's going to solve these problems for us.
Exactly.
And we all know what the problems are.
Wow. Okay, so a couple of websites I want to give everybody.
Sealparty.com.
Okay, that's your band.
That's the band.
Seal Party.
And then there's whenthesoundhits.com.
That's the documentary.
And then there's also alerttheglobe.com, which is where you can hear and see live stream concerts from all over the world. They put cameras in all these venues, and they're trying to create a global marketplace, enabling the artists to be developing global audiences when they play local shows.
And I heard they got a tip jar too.
They have a tip jar, which is like amazing and simple, right? It's
and
like
the money
most
goes
obvious thing.
And the money goes right straight to the musicians.
I mean, Ron is telling me that
wow.
European artists are frequently asking the clubs if they have a Morgan before they book a show. Because they're like, well, this is part of our revenue now. We need to be able to, if we're going to play your 300 cap room, we need to know that we can actually make some other money besides what you can pay us.
Right.
And our fans will tune in.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so it's growing, and he's got a lot of great support, a lot of really like heavy hitters on his team.
Nice.
Like Keith Richards, you know. And,
really?
Yeah, and Walley. And he's done a lot of work, and I'm just happy to jump on board.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's such a blessing. Well, you heard it. You heard all the websites. Go follow them.
Come to Hyde Street Studios.
Go, and then Hyde Street. So
yes,
do you have
actually, our studio, Hyde Street Studios, just to be clear, is the overall multi-studio building. I'm part of a Studio C, which is called Walley's Hydeout. Sort of a tip of the hat to Walley Hyder, who originally built the place.
So if we went to
Walley'sHideout.com is where you can look at pictures of my studio.
Walley, W-A-L-L-Y-S.
Yeah, Walley's, and then Hydeout with a Y, Hydeout.
See, that's good to know.
Yes, gotta be careful about that.
Hydeout with a Y. Don't forget, Walley's Hideout with a Y.com.
I think we covered it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This has been exciting. You've heard it here, folks. Go to those websites, visit everybody, and follow them.
And support local music.
That's right.
Because this is where all the magic really starts.
Yeah.
If everybody's making products for the mass market, we don't have a David Bowie. We don't have a Stevie Wonder.
That's right.
We need those artists came out of community.
Right. You heard him. All right. Thank you. And thank you for watching. Don't go away. We got more interviews coming up. Hello, I'm Kelly Bennett with Backstage 360. Thank you so much for being here. We are at NAMM 2025 in Anaheim, California, in this absolutely gorgeous lounge. It's a media space sponsored by JBL and AKG, but I've got the guy that's the HARMAN Professional Global Communications Guru.
Yes, I can work that.
What are you?
Yeah, so I run global corporate communications for the HARMAN Professional Solutions division at HARMAN International, under which all our professional brands like AKG and JBL and Soundcraft and BSS and many, many more.
So you're at like the corporate level, way up there.
Yeah, and I work in media relations with people such as yourselves, and that's why we're here today and why we designed this special space here at NAMM is specifically to do media relations and provide you all with a nice place to work here at the show.
Well, I am just so pleased to be here. I cannot tell you how wonderful this has been. So I want to thank you on behalf of all the media professionals out here because I see them working, and it's so nice to come and have this beautiful backdrop and the lights and the plugs, especially the plugs.
It's amazing how, especially now in LA, how valuable electricity is at this point. So
amazing.
We're happy to provide you with some electricity.
Thank you so much. So tell us what has been going on with HARMAN Professional and all the families. What's new on the block?
So well here we're sort of celebrating a little bit of our relationship anniversary with NAMM as far as at least the media center is concerned, because we launched this concept as a prototype back in 2020.
Yes.
And for all your viewers, you can scroll back into the Backstage 360 archives to find that interview. But really, that was the impetus for figuring out, in collaboration with NAMM, how to keep providing a better working environment for media, because all these really important brands and all these very important products here at the show, and being able to give media an opportunity, a place to be able to tell these stories around the whole show in a space that's conducive for that. So
with a beautiful backdrop.
Yes, with a beautiful backdrop for sure.
Amazing.
For sure. And so anyway, we're really excited to do that again. But also, that's not only what we're doing here at NAMM in this particular venue. We have for those who may have seen our big 18-wheeler truck trailer, which also doubles as a live performance stage.
Yes.
So we have been working with Recording Magazine to do some programming for some sessions, some learning sessions with engineers and producers. And one of the big messages that we're talking about is mixing and designing for Dolby Atmos. And we work a lot closely with Dolby. And that leads us to the third thing that we're doing here, is that on the show floor we have a Cadillac, a brand new Cadillac. That has. I
had my eye on that one.
Yeah, I know. Well, the people have been joking about getting their hands on the Cadillac. It's if you can drop your business card and win the Cadillac. No, you cannot do that. The Cadillac must go with us. But anyway, that's a 19 speaker, full Dolby Atmos speaker system from AKG. So that this particular product on the AKG in terms of car audio comes from our HARMAN automotive division. So that's a little bit different from the professional solutions division, but we're just showing the tie-in on at least the working environment in the studio for creating in Dolby Atmos. And one of the endpoints for that music is certainly the car, and how does that transfer from recording to the car, and that's what we're showing here as well.
So if I were to go to Cadillac and say, I want that car, is it for purchase?
It is for purchase, yes. AKG has been a part of audio solutions with Cadillac for a few years now. So yes, we're continuing that relationship with this particular car.
Wow. 19 speakers, you said?
I believe there's 19 speakers in that car. Yeah.
Can you imagine what that sounds like? Have you heard it?
It's funny. I have not gotten over there to hear it, even though I've been here all day because I've been working with you all. So maybe.
Sorry.
No, that's.
We'll take a break and we'll go look.
Together we'll go over there and have a listen.
I have to take a listen. I really do.
Yeah.
Because it's got to be something to listen to music like that. Gosh, I hope it's for your listening pleasure, not.
Listen, there's a lot more customer demand for Dolby Atmos and immersive listening environments.
I'm just visualizing a guitarist pulling out a guitar while they're driving, wanting to play. I don't think they can do that
in the car, but we're certainly listening in the car, and so there's a lot of consumer demand for listening into the Atmos environment. Certainly through the movie and theater environment, but now crossing into other areas where you're listening to music in terms of the home and the living room, and now also into the car as well. So we're going to be seeing more of that, and Dolby is supporting a lot of that technology. Yeah.
So what's going on with the microphones? Anything exciting?
Going to the microphones? Well, there's always exciting things going on with the microphones. So too early to talk about that a little bit, but I know you're not going to get any sneak on anything. But we're very active in research and development and across all our pro brands, including JBL and AKG, and certainly Soundcraft and a lot of these other supporting brands.
Okay. Any news that you can give us as far as what's going on with any of the brands?
No, actually, we've got, and this coming week, we got a whole lineup of a lot of really exciting announcements. I'm sorry, I can't break it early.
Well, you know what? We'll just hold off on the interview and just we'll embargo it.
Yes, well, listen, everybody can go to pro.harman.com into the new product section when they see this interview, and then they'll see everything that we've released over the last week.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
What's that website again?
pro.harman.com. Yeah.
pro.harman.com. All right. I got to go there too. Yeah. All right. So what's next for you guys?
Next we go, actually a week from Saturday, we get on an airplane and we head to Barcelona for the ISC show. And so that's going to be happening in the next 2 weeks. We've got 4 activations for HARMAN there. We have our Martin lighting brand is going to have its own booth. HARMAN Professional Solutions. We have a big audio demo room, which we're going to be demonstrating a lot of our immersive audio from our Flux brand. And then on top of that, our HARMAN luxury audio group will be having a demonstration of a lot of our product that is in the home, residential. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona. So we got lots of, this is the beginning of, from CES on, it's the beginning of the trade show season. So we have a lot coming up.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you've heard it from the man himself, David. I'm telling you. pro.harman.com.
That's where you can go to find all our products. Find our products and how to buy them.
I just wanted to make sure pro.harman.com.
Pro.harman.com. You nailed it.
I nailed it.
Fantastic.
Yay!
This is a journalist right here.
I was just remembering. That's been a long day.
It has been a long day, but we're getting through it. We're getting through it together.
I just want to thank you again from everyone here from Backstage 360, how wonderful you've treated us and how awesome this place is. It's just like couldn't be more pleased. So thank you.
You're welcome, and it was exciting to see you guys were coming back and being able to host our friends from Backstage 360.
Yay! All right, you heard it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be coming up with some more interviews, so stay tuned. Don't go away.